Shalom. This week's Sedra is Sedra Yisro. Facebook and Instagram are great social networking tools that have really enhanced teenagers' and adults' lives. In a healthy way, social networking allows teens to express themselves, communicate with friends, and open new horizons. There is a danger to social networking as well, as teens posting revealing photos or inappropriate comments are quickly finding out what's posted online is forever. When posting online, a person needs to be meticulous in their actions. This Dvar Torah examines the concentration needed in matters of consequence, specifically comparing Yaakov's regularity in saying Hashem's name with a command not to take Hashem's name in vain. The idea of concentrated speech will be explained. The reader of this Dvar Torah and the viewer of this Dvar Torah should come away with awareness of distracted speech. When Yitzchak is deciding to bless his son Esav, he is tricked by his youngest son, Yaakov, who pretends to be Esav. Yitzchak recognizes that something is wrong and says, "Please come closer so that I may feel you, my son, whether you are really my son Esav or not." Rashi explains that Yitzchak was troubled because Esav didn't usually mention the name of God frequently, but this person standing in front of him, claiming to be Esav, frequently mentioned God's name. From the episode of Yaakov tricking Yitzchak, many of our sages learn the importance of frequently mentioning God and talking about God. And we see today the devout follow this practice religiously, always answering the most mundane questions with "thank God," "Mirza Hashem," or "within God's will." Yet our sages seem to send the opposite. Our Sedra, seems to send the opposite message. In the third of the 10 Commandments, we are told, "You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not hold blameless anyone who takes His name in vain." In his commentary on this pasuk, Ramban explains that legally this command prohibits a false oath. But he continues and says that the plain meaning of this verse forbids mentioning God's name for no reason. The Ramban would seem to say that mentioning God's name in the most mundane and frequent contexts is improper. In fact, Yosef Kafach writes that the custom of answering mundane greetings with God's name is a custom that we got from the Muslims. In truth, one should answer the mundane with God's name, but only if he says God's name with the concentration and meaning it demands. God's name is not something that should be thrown around, for like posts online, it has great consequence. Shabbat Shalom.